and welcome back to Tea and a Buddy podcast with me, Dominic.
And me, Erica.
And today, well, this is going to be part 2 of our junk series.
I don't think this is a junk series anymore. I think this is now a chocolate series.
Well, junk, chocolate, same difference, really.
Is it? Because I think chocolate is delicious.
Very delicious. It's very healthy, too. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
That is me doing blink, blink.
So we're going to talk about American chocolate.
So the last episode...
Last episode we did British.
Yeah, if you haven't listened to that, go find it and listen to it.
I'm sucking on a cough sweet, by the way, because, I've been just coughing all the time. I'm like Bob Fleming from The Fast Show.
Phlegm is right.
Bob Fleming here. Some great country favorites for you.
So this episode we're going to talk about American chocolate. We were going to previously talk about British chocolate and then American chocolate and then how they compare and blah, 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 all of that kind of stuff. But Dominic ran over the allotted time.
Yes, I went over budget and over time, didn't I?
So this one's going to be just about American chocolate. And then I think we're going to make a third episode. So rather than this being a junk series, now it's going to be a chocolate series, and we'll save the rest of our junk for
the next episode's going to be about discontinued candy bars that should make a return.
Yeah.
Both in Britain and America. I don't know if you have too many discontinued.
Yeah, I don't know because I think a lot of our chocolate, like that I would call old fashioned, I think you can still get it. Just not readily available like in the grocery store or whatever, but I think you can find it online or in smaller like shops that specialize in just candy and
still producing it.
Yeah. I think they're still making a lot of it just on much smaller scale. So this is a list, guys. It was really difficult to find a list of Dominic found BuzzFeed articles of, the best British chocolate and all of this kind of stuff.
We're very into our chocolate in Britain,
There's not similar things about American chocolate. In fact, people hate American chocolate around the world.
Americans hate it. That's why.
Guys, okay,
people over here, they don't really want it, do they?
The way that Dominic didn't realize that Britain has a reputation for having bad food, I did not realize that America has a reputation for having horrible chocolate. I did not know that. I will tell you something, though. When I was growing up, I thought I didn't like chocolate. I thought, oh, no. And actually, my niece and nephew were the same way. And I really think it's because Hershey's is not good. And that's the chocolate that we mostly have. My mom used to get us on Valentine's Day, for example, they would make this like a giant Hershey's Kiss.
Oh, God.
Every single year. She gave that to me and my brother for Valentine's Day. Then we get little Hershey's Kisses and maybe our Easter or something like that. I don't know. We were getting Hershey's things throughout the year and you get the little tiny Hershey bars in your Halloween when you go trick-or-treating and everything. And it's just you're eating it and you're just oh no, I don't like this. Well, if you're American and that's really all the chocolate that you've had, you just assume I don't like chocolate. I don't like the way chocolate tastes. I'm not a fan of chocolate. So I wouldn't eat chocolate ice cream. I wouldn't eat chocolate cake. I wouldn't eat any of that kind of stuff. I thought I didn't like chocolate. Little did I know, I didn't like Hershey's.
Yeah, it's just you don't, because it's that butyric acid in it.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll talk about that later.
Because when I first had Hershey's, it was just what? Why do people eat this?
Yeah. Yeah, you were oh, it tastes like sick.
It does. It genuinely tastes like sick.
And, I can eat it. They do a dark chocolate with almonds, and that's quite good, actually. Yeah. But there's not... Yeah, if you look up American chocolate, you're going to mostly find people from other countries talking about how disgusting our chocolate is. So it was difficult to find an article talking about the best American chocolate. Whereas
we did. We found a top 10.
We did, yeah. Whereas Dominic was able to find a BuzzFeed article, I found some kind of article from some sort of Canadian
It's actually
site.
the same article, yeah. Canada Funhouse. Canadians love
No,
it.
yours was a BuzzFeed. Yours was a BuzzFeed article.
On the British chart.
Yeah, and this is like a candy fun house. It's a Canadian thing apparently, but okay, I'll take it. So I don't know if they've. I didn't read all about this. I don't know if they've ranked these, but anyway, the first one that they have on the list is 100 grand bar, and I will say the 100 grand bar is fabulous. It's probably our next best chocolate bar after Snickers, in my opinion. Snickers, you can't beat it. It's like the Cadbury double decker.
Yeah.
You know, it's just up there. It's
I will
like
admit, Snickers
ultimate.
is good. My gran used to like a good Snickers too.
Yeah, it's the ultimate in candy bars. It's
peanuts,
so good.
caramel, nougat, or nougat, and chocolate.
Nougat. So the 100 grand bar is produced by Nestle. And they're also known as a $100,000 bar.
Yeah.
And they were made in 1966, so they haven't actually been around all that long. And this article is talking about two separate radio stations that held contests, like you can win 100 grand, and people entered and actually ended up suing them because they were just given the chocolate bar and.
There you go. You got 100 grand.
Yeah.
What are you belly aching about?
But
it's just like, yeah.
Yeah. Yes. They sued them and they won 100 grand in their lawsuits. Apparently, the 100 grand bar slogan was "That's rich."
That's rich coming from.
It's
you,
really
mate.
delicious. Unfortunately, this article does not talk about specifically what all is in it, like Dominic's article.
It's crispy.
It's got little like Rice Krispie bits in it, and then it's got caramel. Yeah. It's I don't know if it has
chocolate,
any.
Right?
Yeah, it's so good. It's not a really like popular, like you don't see any commercials for it now. In fact, I don't think I had ever even tried one until I don't know, several years ago. I think I got it from the Dollar Tree or something one time. I was like really hungry.
I've had one, and it's pretty good.
It's fabulous. Yeah, it's really good. Anyway, the next one is the Fifth Avenue bar.
Never had one of these.
I've never had one of these either. And it says that they haven't been advertised since 1993, but they're still available.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've seen them, maybe in Dollar Tree or something, but
I'm not
or
sure.
Five Below.
They're produced by Hershey's. Oh, maybe Five Below. Five Below has a lot of older fashion style.
Candy,
yeah.
Like now and laters and stuff like that.
Apparently, it's produced by Hershey's, so I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna taste, but it consists of crunchy peanut butter center covered in layers of chocolate. So I think we mentioned in the last episode, in America we have a lot of peanut butter centric candy bars.
Oh god, yeah. It's so much peanut butter everywhere.
A lot of our chocolates. And you know, funnily enough, I mentioned the big Hershey's Kisses that my mom used to get us. And Christian and I both would never really, we'd take maybe a couple bites and then we're just like, yeah.
Oh, God.
And
they were solid, weren't they?
Yeah, they were solid.
God.
Yeah, they were not hollow. And her solution to us was always just cut a slab off and put some peanut butter with it. Eat it with peanut butter. You know, chocolate. So it's obviously a big thing in America. We think, oh yeah, chocolate and peanut butter really go hand in hand.
Yeah, everything is made better with peanut butter.
Yeah.
Jelly.
Yeah.
Chocolate, you know.
Apparently this Fifth Avenue bar is similar to a Butterfinger.
Oh yeah, it kind of looks like
yeah, which it does look like a flaky kind of peanut butter inside. Number 3 is the Almond Joy bar, which we talked about in the British episode. And this says that from 2003 to 2006, Hershey's experimented with various limited edition flavors such as pina colada, white key lime, passion fruit, and toasted coconut, which I don't know where I was when they were experimenting with those, but those sound awesome to me.
Yeah, I mean, they sound okay.
Key lime? Oh, that sounds really good.
Hershey's make them, do they?
Apparently, yeah. Apparently they've been around since 1946. And yeah, they're similar to Mars's Bounty Bar, which is sold in Canada and the UK, which they're basically
the same thing.
Yeah. And then the next one on the list is the Mounds Bar, which is actually the same
Without
thing
the
as
nut, yeah.
it's without the almond. I think to me the almond makes all the difference, though. I like to have that little piece of almond.
I just don't see the point in it, really.
Oh, it's fabulous. If you've never had a Mounds is actually the exact same thing as a Bounty. It does not have a
chocolate, yeah.
Yeah, same thing. Delicious. If you love coconut, you're gonna love it. It's just coconut filled chocolate. It's so good. Yeah, and then number 5 is the Butterfinger bar, which is basically flaky, crunchy peanut butter.
Crispity, crunchy,
covered in
peanut
chocolate.
Buttery. That's the slogan.
Yes. An old-fashioned candy bar over here we have called the Chicka Stick.
Oh, yeah.
Is basically the same thing as a peanut butter. I mean, as a Butterfinger, only doesn't have chocolate.
No
yeah,
chocolate,
it's just the inside, just the crunchy peanut butter. I can remember when Bart Simpson used to advertise the Butterfinger. You know, nobody better lay a finger on my Butterfinger. He did commercials because the Simpsons were huge, and I don't know if he ate them in the show or what, but I don't know. I can distinctly remember.
I think there's a couple of Simpsons fans out there that we know.
Oh yeah,
who would know more?
Yeah, who might be able to let us know. So apparently it originated in 1923, and it's good. It's definitely not my favorite. I would not.
I like them. I like Butterfingers.
If I was in the mood for them.
I mean, I'm not a big peanut butter. I've started to get into Reese's a little bit more, but
yeah.
Apart from that, no, not really.
Number 6 on the list is Charleston Chew Bars, and apparently they're named after the actual dance, the Charleston. They came out in 1925. They sound absolutely horrendous to me. I don't think I've ever had one.
I don't think I've ever had one either.
They were originally a vanilla taffy bar covered in chocolate, and they're produced by by Tootsie Roll Industries.
Oh God!
And you can get them in vanilla, strawberry, and chocolate. So it's gonna be like a Tootsie Roll covered in chocolate, I guess. Only vanilla or strawberry flavored. Yeah, I love Tootsie Rolls.
I don't like Tootsie Rolls all that much.
But I don't know, taffy covered in chocolate, it does not sound good to me.
No.
I feel like I've seen that at maybe Five Below or somewhere like that. Maybe World Market, actually. World Market has some old-fashioned candy. Number 7 is the Clark Bar, which I have heard of.
I've never seen it. I've never actually.
But I've never had one. And apparently it's got gooey honeycomb.
Gooey honeycomb?
Yeah. So I didn't know we had
Where
a
is
honeycomb.
this from?
Oh, wait a minute. Okay. It said it has a gooey honeycomb origins, but they're hard to find these days, and they now consist of a crunchy peanut butter center.
Crunchy peanut butter.
They can. Many people will find similarities between a Butterfinger Fifth Avenue and a Clark Bar and a Zagnut. So basically, they're all the same thing. Apparently, I would rather have the honeycomb. Yeah, no wonder. I was like, I don't know. I didn't know we had any candy with a honeycomb. Apparently, it started out with a honeycomb center, and then it changed to peanut butter.
Because everybody's into peanut butter.
Well, and peanut butter is so much more readily available. We have a lot of peanut butter here.
Don't have that much honeycomb.
Yeah. Number 8 is a delicious one, and it's the Heath Bar.
Crumbly little bits of Heath Bar.
Toffee covered chocolate, basically.
It's basically a dime bar.
It's
dime bar, yeah. That's another British chocolate I didn't talk about on the last podcast. Dime, it's like thin, kind of like Hershey-style chocolate, but then you've got like crunchy bits of toffee in it. Mm-hmm. It's like break your teeth style. Yeah. It's like shards.
Yeah.
And Heath Bar is like that, isn't it?
A Heath Bar. It's
a little bit thicker.
A Heath Bar is it's not pieces in it. It's just one solid thing of toffee, and then it's all covered in chocolate.
Oh, actually, that might be the same for the Dime bar then. I thought it was pieces.
Because you can lick all the chocolate off, and then you're just left with the whole thing.
Yeah,
of the
that's the
topping.
same as a Dime then. Yeah, I've had a Dime in so long, so.
Yeah, it apparently dates back to 1914. The Heath
Wow.
bar. Yeah, it was originally created. Oh, and they originally created the similar Score bar, which is, basically the exact same.
Oh yeah.
thing. I don't know why companies do that. They create
the same product and call it something different or repackage it or whatever. Yeah, it's a bit weird.
Number 9 is the Crackle bar. I remember getting these in my Halloween trick-or-treat basket.
Is it like a crunch?
It's like it's crisp rice again. Yeah, we do a lot of rice in America. So
rice
we have like a Nestle Crunch. Like a Nestle Crunch bar.
I like Nestle Crunch.
Yeah. So it's just got crispy rice pieces in it. It said originally it contained almonds and then peanuts were added. Oh, maybe it still has all that. I haven't had one of them in years.
1938.
Yeah, rivals Nestle's Crunch bar.
Sold individually until 1990.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the same thing. It's Hershey's version of Nestle Crunch, I guess.
Yeah.
Number 10 is the Milky Way bar.
Which is basically like a Mars bar.
Yeah. Yeah. Because your Milky Way bar is like our Three Musketeers, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's got just nougat.
Did you know Milky Way, Mars, and Three Musketeers are all very similar, but differ slightly depending on where they are sold, and contrary to popular belief, these chocolate bars are made here on Earth.
It's like, yeah, you don't have to be an astronaut to enjoy this galactic treat. From 1923 it was created. I like a Milky Way.
Yeah, I like it too.
It's similar to Snickers. Snickers is another one that's similar.
It just doesn't have the peanuts in.
They just all have like slightly different ingredients.
Yeah.
Maybe one takes out one and then the other one
leaves it in.
Yeah. Number 11 is a Mr. Good bar.
I never had it, I don't think.
Yeah, to me
it's
these are
chocolate.
all like, I don't know, you still see them around.
Yeah.
But I don't know anyone who eats them except for like old people.
Yeah,
I mean, hate to say that, but you know what I mean?
Too.
It's just like all of these chocolate
really
bars.
Think about chocolate being eaten by old people, really, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. It's because these chocolate bars that are on this list particularly are all from like the 1920s, 1930s, and they've been around a while. So we still have them, but they don't really advertise now because they've been around for so long, I guess. And
yeah, I suppose so. And it's just like
and I just can't imagine like a kid going to a grocery store and asking their mom if they can have a Mr. Good bar, you know?
Yeah, no. So it's like, how do they make their money from it?
I don't know. It's funny because it's not the same way in Britain, is it? Yeah, I don't know.
We advertise our chocolate a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, we were just talking about the cream, you know, like Hershey's own Cadbury over here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like everything they roll out the Cadbury cream egg, and it's like the same commercial they've had for years. They have not bothered to update it or anything. It's the same bunny. It's like, oh, this is, you know.
Yeah.
It's just the same thing from like.
So Hershey's.
From the 80s.
Yeah. It's the
same. It's like, whereas in Britain, you know, they have these crazy adverts for like Cadbury's cream egg all the time, you know. Like that one, you'd be like, goo, goo, goo. And it was
oh my God, no.
It was it was traumatic for Erica.
They were super disturbing.
Yes.
The Mr. Good bar is a Hershey's bar and it has peanuts in it. So, yeah. Number 12 is the Chunky bar, which also looks just super.
Never had it. Never had it. I've never even seen this thing.
Yeah. The original recipe was made with cashews, chocolate, raisins, and Brazil nuts. But Nestle changed the formula to peanuts, raisins, and chocolate when it took over the rights to the brand.
Well, now.
So it came out in the 1930s, and then Nestle bought it in 1984. And it's got raisins and peanuts in it. I don't know. Never had one, I don't think. Number 13, I don't know if we can't talk about this, actually. This is not a chocolate bar.
Well, it's not a chocolate bar, no, so what's it doing on there?
Yeah, what's it doing on there, eh? Number 14 is
Oh, we're not
Reese's.
going to even talk about it.
No, I'm not going
Okay.
to talk about it because
It's the secret one. You'll have to guess what it is. Answer in our comments if you guessed which one it was.
Yeah, it has no chocolate.
It has no chocolate. Which bar are we talking about?
It's delicious, in my opinion. It's one of my favorite, but it has no chocolate.
No chocolate, no.
Yeah, if you can guess what it is, then I don't know. We'll think of something. Number 14 is a Reese's peanut butter cups. This is like
I never used to like them
this
so
is
much.
this is one of the most popular chocolate bars, if you can call it a chocolate bar in America.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's peanut filled, and this is old. Let me see if this says it came out. It was introduced in 1928. So there you go.
It's been going for a long time.
It's been going a long time, but I can picture a kid going, "Can I have a Reese's peanut butter cup?" You know, but they advertise still.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. So it's got peanut butter inside, like the Butterfinger and some of the other ones that we've mentioned, but it's a soft peanut butter. It's like
it's very soft,
crumbly,
but it's soft and sometimes creamy.
Yeah,
it's cloying a little bit if you have like two of them.
It's super delicious.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, and Hershey's makes that, and I don't know. I've never heard you complain about the taste of the chocolate.
No, I thought it was Reese's was a company on its own.
Hershey's makes it.
What?
Well,
I don't believe that.
Yeah, says so. Says so here. It's currently produced by Hershey's.
Oh, I mean, it's mostly peanut butter though, not really that too much chocolate.
So Reese's peanut butter, they do cups and they also do pieces, and the Reese's pieces.
Outrageous or something it's called.
Oh yeah. It's got the Reese's pieces in it.
Yeah.
And I think also the peanut buttery filling of the cups.
Yeah.
I've never had one, but I'm not a fan of the. I don't know if we can talk about Reese's Pieces either. I don't think there's any chocolate. I
think they're covered in chocolate.
Are they? It's like M&M's. I thought it was just like candy coated. I don't know. I'm not a fan of them. Maybe. Okay, number 15, and I think this is the last one on the list. I guess not. Number 15 is a whatchamacallit.
I've heard of it. I've heard of it, and I think I've seen it, but I don't know what it is. What is it? Tell us.
It's produced by Hershey's, and introduced in 1978, so it hasn't been around as long as most of the others on the list. It has a caramel layer on top, and then it's all covered in chocolate. It's got a peanut butter crisp under the caramel layer, and then the whole thing is covered in chocolate. Of course, it's going to have peanut butter because...
You're obsessed with peanut butter over here. Just put it in everything.
Yes. It says they've been popular for being used in cheesecakes, cupcakes, and pies thanks to its peanut-flavored crisps. No.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Cheesecake, whatchamacallit, with... No,
yeah.
I don't know. And then they have... Oh, no, we can't talk about this one either. It's not chocolate, and I don't even know what this is, so... Yeah.
What is it?
There's no chocolate, so...
No chocolate, so we're going to skip over it.
You know what they don't have on the list? Oh, well, here's some other random ones. I don't know why. These didn't rank or something, apparently. The Baby Ruth.
Oh, yeah.
Which I was never a fan of. It's nougat covered in peanut and chocolate coating.
Yeah, I like it.
It's okay.
I like it a lot.
Do you?
Yeah, I think I've had one, so I like it.
It's okay. And then there's a Sky Bar, which I've never heard of. There's 3 sections, each with a different filling: caramel, vanilla, and then peanut and fudge.
Peanut and fudge, of course, which is basically peanut butter.
And it's all covered in chocolate. It sounds kind of interesting. I don't know. You know what? They don't have a Snickers on here. What is even happening?
Have they lost their ever-loving minds?
But Snickers is the best chocolate bar.
They've lost their ever-loving minds, haven't they?
They didn't have 3 Musketeers on there.
Well, they mentioned it, but yeah, no Musketeers.
Yeah.
What else? Any
M&Ms?
of the Dove chocolate M&Ms? Yeah.
Yeah. Is Dove American?
I think Dove is American.
Because I know Dove and Galaxy. It's called Galaxy.
It's
in
called
Britain.
Galaxy in Britain and everywhere else in the world except here. I think here is the only place they call it Dove.
Okay, well, let me just look it up while
And
we're
I
talking.
think... Oh, I'm not sure. I think it could be American. I'm not sure.
It's still Dove chocolate.
Oh, Galaxy, Galaxy Dove / Dove chocolate is the best. Is the best.
If Dove chocolate is American, then people are so wrong for saying American chocolate is so
They are,
gross.
but they need to get rid of Hershey's.
Because Dove is delicious. Yeah, they didn't have a Hershey's bar on that list either. And you have Hershey's. Hershey's is our Cadbury, I guess. You can get it. It's pretty much the only kind of chocolate
I think
you can only get just a plain chocolate bar. I can't think of any other brands of chocolate that we have that are just a plain old chocolate bar.
I mean, it's the same thing with Galaxy in the UK as well. You can get it. And there's several different ones you can get, like a Minstrels, which is like the hard thing, and the Ripple, which is everything the flake isn't.
Yeah.
Oh, Ripple's really good. I want a Ripple now.
Then okay, Dove.
This is about American chocolate. So.
The name Dove. The name comes from Dove candies and ice cream, which were Chicago sweet shops owned by Leo Stefanos, a Greek American in 1939. So, yeah, it's American. They were locally owned and operated until they weren't anymore.
until they went global.
And then the Galaxy brand was launched in the UK in 1960. So yeah, Dove chocolate is American, people. So no more of this American chocolate is crap, because Dove chocolate is American and Dove chocolate is freaking fantastic. Yes. Dove makes these truffles.
But we have Galaxy and we have Cadbury Dairy Milk.
Yes,
so.
But it's American.
But over here, it's just like Dove should be number one, but no one ever buys it.
It's quite expensive.
I can't remember if it was expensive in the UK.
It's seen more as like
you have the Dove truffles, don't you?
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say.
The Dove truffles,
At
baby.
Valentine's, they do the Dove truffles in hearts, and then at Easter they used to do them in an egg shape.
Oh yeah.
And you would get 2 halves of an egg, but now you only get just 1 half. There's like 3 halves in them. I don't know. I don't think I even saw them this year, but oh my god, the Dove truffles are so good.
And they don't do them anymore because of you.
Amazingly, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
They're just like, oh, we're not going to do them now because Erica wants them.
But that's ridiculous. No,
it's ridiculous. It is.
No, I'm going to protest now. Anytime I see someone saying that American chocolate is crap, I'm going to get a bunch of Dove chocolate and I'm just going to shove it in their face, because Dove chocolate
shove it in their effing face.
Dove chocolate's so good. And Snickers bars are good. Snicker bars are like the best candy bar.
Yeah, all round. Yeah. I think, it's got peanuts, it's got caramel.
I mean, Hershey's is not great. But I like the Hershey's with almonds. That's not bad.
Yeah, I suppose.
It's all right. It's not bad.
It's not right.
Anyway, so like with the previous episode, if we left any American chocolate bars off the list that you can think of, let us know. Tweet us
like
or
O. Henry and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
O. Henry.
O. Henry.
That's a funny name for a bar.
Yeah.
O. Henry.
Anything you like to eat. What about there's like a Take 5 or something like that. As you can see, I don't.
That sounded like a British discontinued one, actually.
As you can see, I don't buy a lot of chocolate bars, so I can't think of everything that there possibly is. So if we left anything off the list, I mean, that list was a bit crazy to me. It had a lot of old-fashioned chocolates on it, but I mean, they're still in existence, so why not? But if we left anything off the list, do let us know. Let us know which one is your favorite of the ones that we mentioned. And
let us know if you hate them all and you just want chocolate to die.
Yes.
Get rid of chocolate. Yeah. I wish that thing would get rid. I just wish it would go away.
No.
Throw it in the sea.
No, that is true. Dominic made a statement in the previous episode that everybody loves chocolate. Let us know if you don't like chocolate. Let us know if you are not a fan of chocolate.
Let us know if you're very anti-chocolate and you want to get rid of it.
Maybe
by throwing it in the sea.
Maybe you try it all the time. You've tried a bunch of different candy bars. You've tried chocolates from different places and you are just not a fan. We really want to hear from you. Or if you know someone like that, share this podcast with them and have them let us know.
Yes.
Because
do it.
Because it is hard. It is hard to believe that people exist out there that don't like chocolate.
It's very hard. I have to wonder what's wrong with them.
I mean, when you have so many,
They need help.
When you have so many varieties,
There's no need, is there?
Nowadays, I just can't see how you can not like it. Dark chocolate, I mean chocolate with peanuts, chocolate with toffee, chocolate with caramel. It's just like surely you can find something that you can like.
Surely, yeah.
Not that you have to. I mean, it's better, I suppose, if you don't like chocolate, you don't have to worry about
Sugar.
Calories. Yeah.
Calories, yeah.
Too much sugar, yeah. So anyway, I think we're done.
I think we've run that topic into
the next episode. We'll kind of compare British and American chocolate a bit more, I think.
Yeah,
and
we'll talk about discontinued ones, and all that
chocolate
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a wonderful day.
Yeah, Dominic's gonna go to sleep now. So
yeah, I'm gonna have a little nap now. Good night, everybody. Very tired.
Thanks for tuning in. We will see you next time. We would appreciate it if you would go on iTunes or Spotify or any of those places where you're listening to this podcast and rate us or leave us a review.
Yeah. Share us. Buy us a coffee.
Share us with your friends. Yeah. We definitely appreciate all of that kind of stuff. And as always, we are on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, so you can connect with us any of those places.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.